Hello everyone, and I'm the writer, and welcome back to Destinies. Whoa, what the frick? It's probably fine. And I know, we're very near the end, so let's go.
That's the Hope capsule, right? The one that went up in the Hat 1 rocket?
He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it out in the center to be found either. So there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hope capsule was there in the lab that day.
Yes. And the team must have loaded it onto the Hope space probe eventually, but if that's what happened, then the moon rock would have been launched up into space along with the rocket.
Preposterous! It would mean... Whoops. It's probably fine. That, for these past 7 years, the moon rock was... Exactly. The Phantom got rid of the moon rock in the most cosmic way he knew how. It was out there in the depths of space. Aboard the Hope space probe!
Whoa.
What?
Order in the court.
I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage the Hat 1 anyway. The villain. He used his primary objective to conveniently kill two birds with one stone. That's right. He planned for the moon rock to be turned into the cosmic dust cloud in space, thereby destroying the one piece of evidence that could reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot. The Hope space probe sailed safely on its mission and returned 7 years later, with a capsule in tow. Duh! If we analyze the blood on the moon rock, it should make one thing crystal clear: that you were the Phantom all along, Detective Fulbright. So he killed Clay just so he could get the moon rock back. I believe so. His original assignment may have been just to sabotage Hat 2, but at the same time, he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crime 7 years ago. That's why he went to the boarding lounge and attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end, it was all he could do just to escape himself so he didn't get the capsule. Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. He probably hung onto the capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath. Oh, now we have a laugh. Oh, this is so funny. You make me laugh. You really do.
Boy, he's totally out of whack now.
It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't you just admit it now? There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright, undercover investigator, I tell you. I'm not the Phantom. The villain on the rock is just another one of his schemes. A trap.
Now I'm not sure what to think. I suppose if the Phantom is a spy worth his salt, a trap is not out of the question.
Objection!
But in that case, you should say anything is a trap. You have a laugh. That's what makes a trap a trap! I've been afraid to take the blame for the Phantom! Your Honor, I believe further investigation is in order.
Silence.
Further investigation? More like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must. Here and now! I guess it's time to show you just what I'm really capable of. Die, Simon Blackwell! Hey, you guys aren't really... Oh, hello. Oh, hi! Where have you been? Oh, husband of Phoenix, right? It looks like I made it just in time. Edgeworth! Not Miles, really? I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something about the Phantom's true identity? You might say that. I started by looking into the first people on the scene 7 years ago. All three, an employee, 2 officers, were registered in the robot's recognition systems. but none of them looked like the least bit like Detective Fulbright. That's not good. But there was more. I've yet to share most important there's more. I've yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you best brace yourselves. What about Apollo and Athena? They're here too. Uh-oh. The man you see there before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? An unidentified body was found a year ago. Has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints. Then, does this mean... Yes, the man there is an imposter pretending to be Bobby Fulbright. Oh god, it's an imposter among us! Hey, we're even doing space! An imposter!
And this man! Who in the world is he?
He's the Phantom, Your Honor. We got that already. Enough of your trickery if you will not reveal yourself to us. Then I shall do it for you. Oh, God. What in the... What? No!
His face!
Aw, look what you did to my mask.
The mask? What is the meaning of this witness?
Okay, you got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now. You actually never seen the face of this. I think this was a missed opportunity to explore this more. But also, this was really weird. Wait, but that's... Hey, Apollo. Yep, it's me, Sullivan Starbuck. Mr. Starbuck? But that can't be right. You can't really be the Phantom, can you? Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard Hat 1, which was set to be destroyed.
Yeah, this is just another mask.
I mean, didn't I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identities at will. I can be anyone I want. Oh.
Not so fast. I have Phantom's psych profile right here. If we compile a psych profile on you and compare the results, it will prove that you're the Phantom.
It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase, the ends justify the means.
That voice, those words.
I didn't like that guy either. I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes.
Professor Means! Mask?
I'll take what I want by any means necessary. Now, give me that evidence.
Huh?
Oh, he's gonna destroy it. Time to take out the trash. Permanently, yep.
How could you?
Now, do you see how powerful the end justify the means can be?
Silence.
How pathetic, you can't even speak without wearing another man's face. Ah, but that's the life of an undercover agent for you. My real face has no meaning or value at all. Or perhaps it really is the case that you don't even know who you are anymore. That's terrifying. What must you see when you look into a mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I wager. Well, aren't you just a master of psychology, Blackquill? That's right, I don't know who I am. I am always living as someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looks like. Or even what my personality was like. My face, memories, personality, beliefs, emotions, and soul. I left them all behind. I have no self. Okay. I am no one. I am nothing but an endless abyss. So you don't have to do Kingdom Hearts around here. What's with this guy? Is he even still human? You fought Kristoff, that's worse. And now we resume with your lesson, Professor Wright. Oh, huh? I believe you made this argument earlier. If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I am the Phantom. I believe there was blood on the moon rock in that capsule. Now that we know you aren't even Bobby Fulbright, your claims of a phantom trap won't work anymore. Then why don't you bring this moon rock in? The decisive evidence from the Hope 1 capsule. Or the Hope capsules. I think I will do just that. Get ready, because the Hope capsule is about to seal your... Fudge! It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence, and was blown to smithereens. Yeah, I remember that. It looks like you've finally caught on. Full marks for defense for the effort. But what a shame your hope was lost in the courtroom explosion. Ah! So that's the real reason this courtroom was blown up. It was all for the Phantom to destroy that one piece of evidence. I can't believe it! Have we really reached a dead end after coming all this way? Has the only evidence we've had on this guy really been destroyed? How dare you continue to call me the Phantom? I've always said, as I've always said all along, I'm just a nameless undercover agent. Objection! And the defense will continue to assert that you are the Phantom. Furthermore, we have proof! Or at least a prayer.
I'm afraid that won't do, Mr. Wright.
At least put some weight behind your swing, right, Tono? I know, I'm trying. There's only one thing that can unmask this menace, the moon rock. But that was blown to bits in the courtroom bombing. And yet, it really isn't gone without a trace? What if some tiny part of it, some little fragment, still exists? Yes, and you can see the Starlin moon rock there too. The strange black yellow thing on the side of the picture?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Let's see your proof.
Oh god.
What evidence will finally prove the Phantom's identity?
Oh god. What?
Take that!
Isn't it the bomb that blew up the courtroom and the moon rock along with it? Are you saying this will reveal the Phantom's identity?
Yes, Your Honor. Focus your attention on the photo taken after the bombing, specifically right there.
Take that!
Please take a look at this newspaper article. The article
about the Hat one?
Now please note the strange black and yellow rock there on the left. That's the moon rock. And when we look at this photo of the bomb fragments, see how there's a rock-like object with the same coloration?
Oh my! Yes, I see it!
It would seem that the moon rock was much more durable than the Phantom thought. If we take a look at all the fragments that the police found, we'll likely find one with blood. And DNA testing on that blood will prove that the witness is indeed the Phantom.
Unbelievable!
But that's impossible. A surprise to be sure, that's one bloody tough rock. Let us have the fragments tested straight away. Oh, and you'll be having a DNA too, Fulbright.
Bailiff, contact the police department immediately and order the testing! Prosecutor Blackwell, what do the results show us?
There was a rock fragment that had blood on it and it appeared to be several years old. DNA testing revealed... Oh, you don't hear the chains anymore. Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed. You have to tell the court!
They confirmed it was the witness's blood, didn't they?
There's no use in trying to talk your way out of it anymore. Admit it, you're the Phantom!
Objection!
What? Huh? Huh? Mr. Wright, did you just raise an objection to yourself?
I know this law firm is weird, but I didn't think it was something weird.
No, I didn't say a word. That was my objection, Apollo. Huh? Why? It was pretty good objection, too. Don't you think? I love it when Nina's okay. Now he's me?
So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, no, not really, Your Honor.
No, not you, Mr. Wright. I mean the witness, Mr. Wright.
Could this trial get any more insane? Mr. Wright, the fragment of the rock in the photograph and those just like it. How could you be sure they're they're pieces of the same moon rock that was at the robotics lab? Care to explain what you mean? Well, there may have been a rock or two in the courtroom that had my blood on it. But how do you know they're not just rocks? You can't prove they're the moon rock, right?
Objection!
Don't be absurd! Just compare the fragments of the rock in the newspaper article. Anybody could see that they're the same. They have the same color correlate, the same coloration. Oh god. But maybe some other rock with the same coloration happened to be in the courtroom. Entirely unlikely a rock with such a unique appearance just happened to be there. But you can't deny it's a possibility.
Objection!
But your blood was found on the fragments. Apollo, there's nothing suspicious about my blood being on the piece of rock. And why not? I know it sounds like an excuse, but several years ago I tripped and fell in the very courtroom and was hurt pretty badly. Maybe that's how my blood found its way into the piece of rubble. Even he must realize how ridiculous that sounds. And yet, I suppose it's not completely out of the question. I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Wright. I thought the worst of times are when the lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're the last person I want to hear that from.
Well, then why don't we get those fragments analyzed? We could ask an expert to verify if they're the moon rock and if in the robotics lab or not.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that just isn't going to be possible.
And why not?
In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say you need a sample of the moon rock from 7 years ago to compare with it. And that moon rock doesn't exist anymore, and there's no sample data left of it either. So you see, short of going back in time, there's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from that moon rock. Oh, no!
There's really no way to prove it?
Are you finally ready to throw in the towel?
Objection!
No. We're the right anything agency. We will go to the very end. They're like, we're doomed, boss. So the moon rock doesn't exist anymore, huh? That's right. It was such a valuable rock, too. Shame, really. But it's lost to us forever. He's wrong. It's not completely lost. There's another piece of it, right here by our side. A shining fragment of hope that can turn everything around. And the final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good. The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim. You have what now? A final fragment of hope that was passed down with a great love and care.
We do?
We do, even if the person holding it hasn't realized it yet. Yeah, at this point you should two and two together. It's Athena's rock.
Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Pay no attention to him, Your Honor. He's just bluffing as usual. I do bluff my way to victory. I wonder if you'll be able to handle be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I've got. Wow, Try me. The piece of evidence that shows the original moon rock isn't completely lost is this. And that's it for the game. Well, the main one.
But it's just about the only thing my mother has left with me are widgets and this earring. Maybe she did love me in her own way.
Athena, you may not know it, but your mother left you a very important piece of evidence.
She did?
You're bluffing. You don't have anything of that kind. Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally corner you. Because we have a moon rock of our own.
Yeah!
Oh! You mean? I love Athena. Exactly. A gift Dr. Sykes left her daughter. An item Athena has cherished and worn all these years. As distant as Dr. Sykes may have seemed to her daughter, the fragment of her love will shake off the darkness of the past and give us all hope for the future. This turned into Danganronpa a little bit. I'm a little concerned. This is the defense sample of the moon rock.
Take that!
That's your sample?
This earring that Miss Sykes always wears was made from the original moon rock. What? All this time!
It was right here all along.
I feel like Simon's having a heart attack over there. No. Can't be. If the composition of the bombed fragments in the earring are found to be matched, then it will prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that the origin of the fragment in this photo. And since the test results showed that the blood on the fragment was yours, this means that the identity you tried so hard to hide will finally be revealed. The identity I tried to hide? I don't have an identity to hide. I may not have Athena's ears, but now, even I can hear the fear in your voice. Fear? I don't feel fear. I left all my emotion behind years ago.
Every human being feels fear. You simply can't face your emotions inside you. You can't face them because you have nothing. No love, no trust.
And I suppose you do? I have a brother and a very good friendship here, but I don't know.
I didn't have anybody to support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside me. Couldn't get over the trauma of my past.
Like I said, I don't feel fear.
Objection!
Then you're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt that I would collapse under the weight. Oh my god, Apollo. But I wanted to trust her. Oh. And I knew I could trust Mr. Wright to uncover the truth. That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation. Running away from myself? Ha ha ha, how can I run from myself? When there's nothing inside, nothing at all.
Objection!
I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you to understand, but people have emotions. It's just a fact of life, and so people can be weak at times. But that's exactly why people need to trust one another, so they can gain the strength to face themselves when things are at their bleakest. Without trust in others, how can you even hope to face your fears? Oh, here we go, breakdown. The fear inside of me is this. No. Oh, that's terrifying. I'm afraid, I'm scared. I feel fear.
You can't outrun yourself.
Remove that mask and unleash your emotions. Confront your guilt head on. With your own true face. That's actually a terrifying whole breakdown. own true face. No, please don't. I know you're here. Where are you? See, I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest. Like, that's terrifying. My own true face. I don't have one. My face. I don't want to see that face again. Is this my face? Is it? Is it? No, that's not it. No! This isn't me either. Ah! Is this me? Which one is my face? What am I? Who am I? Ah! Oh. Ready to go? I still think this was a cool ending, just not the strongest ending. Whew. That's terrifying. Oh, sorry about that.
A sniper attack in this very courtroom. It chills me to the bones.
How did no one run in terror at that?
But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak.
Oh.
Prosecutor Blackwell, how's Detective Fulbright, or, I mean, his imposter doing?
He's our lucky fellow. The bullet didn't hit any vital organs. Dang, that is luck. He appears to be in no danger of dying.
Well, that was fortunate for all of us.
The analysis of that final piece of evidence Raidono submitted is in. The composite of Miss Sykes' earring and the fragment within the blood is a match. We can now be certain that the fragment of the moon rock in question, the murders and the bombings, the space that are both past and present, the bombing of courtroom number 4, and all of his other crimes, as numerous as stars. Under suspicion of all these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. The prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. There are still a myriad of things we wish him to tell us about, after all.
Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, it's time for finally bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to her proper place?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kinda forgot she was supposed to be there. I still like how she climbed the bench.
Now then, this court finds the defendant, Athena Sykes.
Yay! Aww, I love how happy she is.
Court is adjourned.
Heck yeah! Hey, it's almost Christmas!
Oh, Pearls! Congratulations, Mr. Nick!
Thank you, Pearls, and thank you for being there for Athena.
It's the least I could do. But Athena was great, wasn't she? She was so strong throughout the whole trial. Daddy! I'm so glad to see you!
Alright, you were kidnapped! Trucy, are you alright? Are you hurt?
I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up.
Well, okay, you are not scarred at all. That's our Trucy for you. I'm really glad to see you're safe. Oh, hi.
Right, I fear I owe you another debt of gratitude.
Edgeworth. We never would have caught him if it weren't for all of you. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? You're the one who's been tracking the Phantom all this time. Yeah, Edgeworth cleaned house. Plus, you were the one who gave Blackwell permission to serve as a prosecutor, right? Yes, well, we knew the Phantom was somewhere nearby. The police and I were trying to find him, but we never did manage to do this until this trial. Well, we never would have won this trial without you. It was your help as chief prosecutor that was the key to the successful conclusion. Besides, it was you that saw that I got my attorney's badge back, wasn't it? Oh my god, we get it, you're in love. So you figured it out, did you? Yeah, getting my license back went just a little too smoothly, you know? It should have been much harder after that evidence forging scandal. Well, I owed you a few favors. Hey, Edgeworth, think we could finally bring the dark age of the law to an end? Even the darkest nights turn into the dawn eventually. Our sun will rise again. Oh my god! Besides, now that the prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges, a great deal of mistrust towards the court system should be swept away. You know, you could have said that with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. I won't kill you. Instead, the furrows in that brows of yours just keep getting deeper and deeper. So I should smile more, huh? Think about it.
The complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals.
I think it's more than that. Athena, who's this? I don't even... Oh, Athena! I'm forever in your debt. You weren't to all that trouble, even taking the bar exam while you were overseas.
Well, I knew if I didn't get it, your sentence would be overturned fast, you'd be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. And I'm so glad I made it in time.
Aww.
Just barely, but I still made it.
Aww. Atta girl, Athena. It's good to see you finally let your tears out. Yes, I survived the skin of my own teeth thanks to you.
Shame on you, Simon, for trying to throw your wife away like that.
It was never my intention to just throw my life away. But some things in this world are worth more important than your own life. Aww.
Like what?
My honored bound duty to protect with my life my mentor's most beloved treasure.
Huh?
That's some loyalty! This guy really is a samurai through and through! Aw. Well, it looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Athena, thank you both. I'm a proud dad. It took us all together to pull it off.
You bet, boss. What a team we are, huh?
Definitely was the most turnabout I've ever seen. I'm a lucky guy. My office is the best, most capable lawyers all around. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'm going to work extra hard to make up for all the worry I caused. Apollo Justice is fine and ready to go. Let's hear it for the Wright Anything Agency.
Well, no one's gonna try harder than me, so you better watch out, Apollo. Simon's free, thanks to Mr. Wright. But there are so many more people out there who need our help.
You're right, and I'll be needing you both to help them. We still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major victory, but the war is far from over. There are still people out there suffering under false charges who need defending. That's sad. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. If we ever hope to fully bring the Dark Age of the law to a close.
Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of piping hot noodles.
Heck yeah! Huh? Nothing like a bowl of Eldon's noodles after a trial. All on Mr. Wright's tab. That's how it works with the Wright Anything Agency. Right, Mr. Wright? Huh? As your boss, it's your duty to express gratitude to your people for their great work. Oh, it's my dog. But in that case, allow me to join you in the festivities. I would greatly welcome a bowl of noodles. Huh?
I have an idea, Daddy. Why don't you just invite everyone involved with the case? The more the merrier, right? Oh, Mr. Nick, look how far you've come. Who knew you grew to be such a generous gentleman?
I am broke. Guys? Under these circumstances, there's only one thing I can say. Only if I get to join in.
Hey, no fair. I want to say it too.
Okay, here we go.
Objection!
Aw. Oh, I did it! Wow, that took a year, but it was worth it. Alright.
I was trying to think of something nice I could do for Polly now that he's back. So I decided to go around and get a bunch of jobs for him to do. Find a lost cat, install an air conditioner, give a computer lesson, find lost item. Huh? You think I should find him a few legal cases? Nah, that's okay. This is the Write Anything agency after all.
Oh, is that how we make the revenue? Oh, yay! I did it!
Thena and Apollo are so wonderful in court. I better study as much as I can if I want to be a judge someday. My grandma says, eat lots of peppers and you'll ignite your passion. Oh, but I should figure out which to grow, green peppers or yellow peppers. Or maybe I should go with hot as the sun red peppers instead.
Oh, God. Also, I know this took a while, but this was my first Let's Play, and all things considered, I think this went pretty well. At least better than I thought. Anyway, I had fun. You can tell this grew, and like, I tried my best.
At the end of the docket to the law, you say? Tisk, how naive. Don't you know it's sometimes necessary to get a guilty verdict by any means possible? What? They're pulling me under investigation? The chief prosecutor wants to see me? Ah!
Nice one, Edrin. But I think this was a good test run. I'll probably go back and finish Age of Calamity, because that at least tests the thing. I think that'll be easier because I won't be reading everything all the time. I'll just be hacking / I've been asked to debut in the Great Mask Western Town Mataro.
He's scheduled to go up against the amazing Ninetales next, though.
Oh, what to do? What to do? A fight to the finish with myself?
Why don't you ask Mr. Demon Lord to be your amazing Ninetales too?
That's not a bad idea. I'm ready off for it. Ka. So we have to meet dispose again, my little friend. Can Apollo? Well, no, he can punch. As for the games of Ace Attorney, I think this holds a special place because this was my first one.
Would you believe it? I'm Elderman of the Ninetales band. That puts you impressive, eh? I took over after Rex Cuvée of the good of my beloved Vigils. What do you say? Would you like to make a little donation to help us out?
Hey, you! What do you think you're doing sneaking out in the manor?
Ah, the Jigsaw better make a run for it!
But I know, like, in terms of, like, the Ace Attorney games, this is probably one of the low-tier ones, which is fine. I see its flaws.
I never thought I wanted to be an artist, but after seeing the amazing job Athena did, I started becoming genuinely interested in law. So now I'm studying both for the bar exam. I'm gonna be prosecutor of Athena someday. So you'll see.
I'll be studying my bonds off too, but not for the bar exam. I'm going to pass Thema's legal entry exam at my own merit. With a score of 100 points, of course.
Hugh, Juniper, our dream will live on forever!
Aw. But I think it has its moments. I know, like, if you compare it to what came before it, it definitely isn't that great.
I found really sweet boxes of all 3 of them, but they won't wear them. Is it because I want to be a legal journalist instead of a lawyer or a judge? But anyway, thanks to the trial, the school's newspaper's future is bright as can be. Now let's see what the fresh blood have to say in the new school paper. Our editor cried so hard for graduation.
Her cardboard box gets soggy. Because this came out after Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright, and that game is phenomenal. Hey, Claudia! The one in the night haunted. I still remember that evening of passion. The president of student council sang like no high school student I've ever heard. When she's judged on her own court today, I love to have a jam session with her. It'll be the coolest try ever, yeah? I can already hear it now. Oh my god, we miss you, buddy. But all in all, I do like this. I like what they tried.
I gave this place a good cleaning from top to bottom, but it's already a mess again. I guess the only thing I can do now is clean up the attitudes of the people in this office. With this is why it's due to come here soon, but our training is over. It simply must be done.
And like, I get they were trying to move away from Phoenix and them, which I kind of agree. Phoenix's story is done. So, I don't know. I know I have a video for this too that I plan to do now that I finished it. Ha! Humanity's dreams for outer space will never die. In fact, planning for the Hat 3 rocket has already been officially begun. Look upon me, people of the great nation, and witness the glory of Yuri Cosmos. What do you... Oh, Director. Yes. Rocket preparations are fully complete. Yes. You just leave everything to me. Assistant Director Yuri Cosmos. But this was enjoyable. Again, I have a video for something I want to do after it that I saw a lot of other, well, one other YouTuber doing, and I look up to him a lot.
I'm going to the moon in the new rocket.
Oh god!
If Athena or Mommy Menace came to the moon, I would love to show them around. But which one is more interesting? Montes Panaris or more Tranquilius?
Nope.
You think they would like either one? Yay, hooray!
Who was talking to you?
I wonder how Miss Aura is doing. Alright, she's in jail. I'd rather be near Miss Aura than the moon. Oh, Miss Aura, I just want to use you again like you used to.
That's weird. Oh yeah, I forgot she's in jail. Oh, you! Ready for launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! I'm going to the moon for real this time, for me and for Clay. Thanks to my lawyers, I know I should never give up. But I'm worried. You can't breathe in space, and in fact, it's cold as heck. Oh man, now I'm getting really nervous. Well, one more for the road. No, I'm not deployed here. I simply came to request their services in defense of my sister. But no one's around, and I've been kept waiting for a long time. And what sort of case brings you here? Oh, your father was accused and you wish for Athena to defend him? Then perhaps he and I shall meet in the courtroom in the near future. I would not want to meet you as the prosecutor. I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
Please forgive me.
Blackwell's acquittal has brought all manner of his ills in the prosecutor's office to light. It would seem solving the case has thawed the chill of winter and the warmth of spring. Now I owe Wright yet another debt of gratitude. But I will repay him one day. You can trust in that. Oh my god, just marry him! That's all we want! Alright! But yeah, all in all, this was a fun one. I know like a lot of people didn't enjoy this when this first came out because again, Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright came out and that game is really great. And I honestly like this. I know I do have bias because this was my first Ace Attorney game because I watched the Game Grumps play the first one and then I picked up the anime, but like the one I actually got to play was this one. Excuse me, allergies. And to be honest, there are moments that make this work and there are moments that don't. I do think having 3 lawyers is a bit much and 3 gimmicks is a bit much, but they were trying a lot of things to make sure like the series still stood. And I think it does. I do think one of the weakest points of this is that they didn't bring back any of the cast from Apollo Justice, which I think would have made this better. I do like that we got to see some of Trucy's classmates, and I do love the addition to Athena and Simon, but I think if you just used the old cast from Apollo Justice, it would have made it better. Because that is one of the strong parts of the trilogy, was like you revisited old characters and you expanded upon it, but I don't know how you would do that in this case. And I also think Clavier was a missed opportunity at some parts, definitely with the 3rd trial. Like, you really could have just used him and not Simon. And I know it's because we wanted to bring back, or we wanted to, like, introduce a new prosecutor each time, but Clavier would have been a better one, I think, in that one. And it's a gosh darn shame he wasn't there for the trial. Whether it just be... Actually, they could have just had him and Simon on the defense bench. Or, not the defense bench, but the prosecutor bench, like how Apollo and Athena were. I think that would have been better. And all that. And admittedly, this isn't the most complicated backstory for Apollo yet. We're gonna get to that game, but... this wasn't bad. What else? I think the music's pretty good. I like the 3D models to an extent. I always liked Ace Attorney's art. I don't think there's ever an Ace Attorney game where I didn't like the art. It's one of its strongest suits. I think the music's good. I know the music is definitely better in the sequel, Spirit of Justice, with most of the like the instruments being used and all that, and the themes being remastered for it too. I know the strongest one is still, for me personally, is the Great Ace Attorney, because of what they did with that. But this was pretty good, and I do like the ending. I like seeing all 3 of them there. I think what they need to do, though, is, I guess, branch out, like, have a game for Phoenix if they want to, have a game for Apollo and a game for Athena, and I still believe we may get a Miles Investigation 3 one day. Who knows? But all in all, this was still pretty enjoyable. Again, I plan to make a whole video on this, I promise. Anyway, I think we have one more cutscene, yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
How fast they make the rocket.
Mr. Starbuck!
You'll be fine. Just believe in yourself.
The moon's closer than you think!
Thanks, guys. I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
All right.
Proud dad till the end. I don't know. Through the years, I've seen as much joy as heartache, honestly, as deceit. But just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair, I believe that hope and friendships can lift us all up towards a brighter tomorrow. And that is it! We did it! Well, I guess the next route will be the DLC, so I'll get started on that next week. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe and have a wonderful day, and like and comment the video. Goodbye!